Happy New Year. It's Hillary with Lazy Lima DIY, and this is going to be a little intro video for 2018 of what's coming up here on Lazy Lima DIY. It's going to be some changes. So I hope you had a good new year, and I'm looking forward to sharing some crafty goodness with you, as always. And let's get into some of the changes. The first one you may have already noticed. I'm dropping Life. It's no longer Lazy Lima Life. It's just going to be Lazy Lima DIY. I think it's more efficient, don't you? I don't know. If you don't like it, let me know. Comment. Or the second change is kind of what I'm doing right now, which is at the beginning of each month, I want to share with you what my crafty goals are for the next 30 days or so. And the following month, I'll give you an update on how those challenges and projects went. You've seen my channel morph over time, like how the videos are presented, and I just miss the face-to-face portion of it, so with me just talking, but I know I tend to ramble. I don't know. Have you picked up on that yet? I just wanted to have like a little corner of time where I could talk to you face to face, like, and just not have a script. Who am I kidding? I never have a script. Well, I can have a script, but I never pay attention to it. You don't need to know that though. Everything is always all 100% professional here at the Lazy Lima DIY Studios. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to the challenges for January. It's challenges, projects, combination. The first thing that I really want to complete is, I have the pattern here, is this Mimi G style for simplicity pattern on this bomber jacket, which is kind of the bomb. Sorry. But it has a lot of challenges for me. I've been sewing for a while, but oddly enough, I have not done a separating zipper. So look at that puppy. That's how long is that zipper? 28 inches, and it comes completely apart. I am so frightened of that. And so I haven't done one of those. And it also has banding. This is where I've gotten on the jacket so far. I'm using pre-quilted fabric. I've gotten the little tab pockets on. I don't have the buttons sewn on yet, but I have the back here with the buttons on. So you get to see how that looks. And I'm going to probably put the sleeves on tonight and do a bit of the lining. This is a simplicity pattern. Oh, also another challenge for me, it's going to have banding on the sleeves and at the neckline and here at the bottom. I have not done banding. No, that's not true. I've done banding before, but it came out looking a bit like a tossed salad. It was a hot mess. So we're going to try it for real this time and be very diligent. We're going to watch the video several times, and we're going to make all the marks on the fabric and the notches, and we're going to match everything up, and it's going to turn out splendidly. I also am giving myself 2 sewing projects this month. The second is these Berta trousers, which I'm making, I don't know, hope that's not dancing all over, but in this like really fine, I guess that's a Glen plaid? I don't know. It's all cut out. I have it's a Berta pattern. I made a Berta dress this summer, and I was really, really knocked out about the dress pattern. I just loved it, and cut everything out according to my measurements, which was a very disheartening wake-up call, let me tell you. Regardless, I cut it out to my measurements and I stitched it up like I was supposed to. I followed the directions. I didn't just like go, oh, I know how to put on a sleeve and, you know, do that. I actually followed the directions, and the thing was so gigundous on me. And I didn't look up the, you know, you never look up the pattern like errata and everything until you go, this isn't right. So I looked it up and I found out that a lot of people were saying that the dress had come out huge. So I found a couple of tweaks that people had done, including putting in a tuck. And I think at one point I took in the seam, like one of the side seams, like 1.5 inches. That's really big. It was this Berta pattern, and I made this dress. And you know, it's a roomy dress. I like a roomy dress in the summer. I don't like fabric touching me. But seriously, you could like put the gross national product of Canada in that dress. Big. Back to the pants. So I'm a little concerned about doing. There's some lighting exposure things there. Interesting. Anyway, I'm a little concerned about doing the pattern because I have a feeling that it'll either be too big and I think it'll be too big in some places and too small in other places. I don't know which places because this is only my second Berta pattern and I've never done their pants before. I should probably make a muslin, but I made a muslin once before and then I was like, hey, these kind of look cool as pants. and I never made the pants out of the fabric that I bought to make the pants. I just wear the muslin. Also new, one of the people that I follow on Instagram mentioned that she keeps a knitting journal, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is such a great idea. And so I want to keep journals for like each type of projects that I do. This will be for sewing, and I've already started with my notes for the Simplicity bomber jacket pattern, and I talk about the fabric that I use, and I want to keep, you know, if I have if there's washing instructions, I want to keep those in the journal, and any alterations that I make and anything I notice about specific patterns or about like my measurements, I want to keep those here in the journal so I can refer to them. And so some of the goals are big and lofty. Clothing, I think, is kind of a big goal. Some of them, not so much. I just want to like have this wound because it's beautiful and I want to knit with it, but I can't because, and don't you try to say, hey, Hillary, you did something, you dropped it, you did. No, I put it on the Swift just like I was supposed to, and there was a skein error. Somebody messed up in the winding, and like there was like an inner core of yarn that was like twisted, and so every time I like spun it, it kept getting caught. And now, so hopefully by the end of the year, goal, get that all worked out. Also this month I'd like to make some earrings, because I've been missing a few. I've lost a few in transit when I moved, so let's get some new earrings, you know. That'll be nice. And maybe a necklace. I have a second sock that I want to finish. I was gonna show you the sock, but I can't seem to find it. So maybe I'll need to knit 2 socks. Anyway, it's the Marion sock by Monkey Toes. You can find it on Ravelry. Oh, year-long goal. I have this big red duffel of clothes that need to be repaired sitting outside my door. And I would like to get on that so that I can, you know, stop having clothes that are wasted, essentially. And figure out my closet. And oh, to that end, I have this book, The Curated Closet by Anushka Rees, and it's about, you know, like clearing stuff from your closet and, you know, building an easier wardrobe. I would just love to be able to get up in the morning and grab 2 things and walk out the door and not have to go, oh, what will I wear? So I want to do that, and that's also going to start me on the Swedish death clean of my closet and my bureau. I don't know if you've seen that. I'll link to the article below, but it's basically cleaning your house and getting rid of stuff so that people don't have to do all that upon your demise. Fa la 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 la. Anyway, I like the idea. I think that's a different mindset than, you know, the hold something, and if you love it, if it, that, I got too much stuff to do that. If I had to sit here and hold everything and figure out if it sparked joy, I'd that would be my full-time job. So anyway, those are the goals that I have set myself for January. And in February, the first week of February, I will do another one of these videos and let you know how it goes. Until then, there'll still be tutorials as usual, and y'all know me by now. Usual means haphazard when I can get to it. February is the Olympics, and I usually participate in the Ravolympics, which we don't call the Ravolympics anymore because the Olympic Committee got mad. So we call them the Ravolenic Games. But Ravolympics. So I have to pick a project for that. If you don't know about the Ravolympics, if you are a knitter, crocheter, weaver, or other type fibery person, you pick a project, and it should be a project that gives you a couple of challenges, and you complete that project from the opening ceremonies to closing ceremonies to complete that particular project. So I'm going to do that this year, and I don't know what project I'm going to pick. I have a couple of ideas. So those are my craft goals for January 2018. I think they're doable. Whether they're doable by me, we'll see in February, won't we? What about you? Craft goals? Challenges? When I first started this whole video process, the very first video, I did say that I wanted to do some challenging things, some things that I didn't know how to do. And I did that to some extent this year, but I didn't really work with them, because I did the ice resin video, which was a new media for me, and I thought that was really cool, and I really did like the results. And I've had ideas playing in my head for different colors and materials to introduce to the ice resin crystals, but I haven't done it yet. So that would be a cool thing to visit this year. But if you have challenges, goals that you would like to complete this year, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I would love to hear about them. Thank you again for subscribing. I look forward to new subscriptions in 2018, and I hope you like the video. If you do, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have particular challenges that you would like to see me do, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I will review them for future months. And share this video with crafty friends. We'd like to be a big Lazy Llama DIY community. Any details that I mention in the video, the patterns that I use or whatever, they are in the description box below. I will try never to leave you hanging for information, but if I do, just leave a comment and I will pick it up and get it. Until next time, craft on, my friends. Craft on.